I always knew that cats have a certain gift. They can sense things, whether it's an earthquake or a fire. They have a very developed super-perception and extrasensory perception. Cats have the ability to heal people. And also, they feel the mood of the owner and can read human thoughts. I want to tell my story about our cat Nyasha. Once upon a time, we had a cat which my mother loved very much. She was so strongly attached to it, as if it was not a cat, but her own person. They understood each other without words. The two of them would watch TV shows together, and my mother would talk to her and stroke her head. Sometimes I'd come home from work and they'd be sitting on the couch. Sometimes it even felt like I was interrupting their conversation. And, also, our Nyasha had this peculiarity to chew her finger. It didn't hurt, of course. Just a little. She did it whenever she needed something. If we, say, did not pay attention to her, she would come over and bite her finger. Now our Nyasha is gone, she's dead. She was old. There's nothing we can do about it. It was hard for mommy, she was worried a lot. Nyasha was like a family member to her. Yes, that little man, not an animal. Because the attitude to the cat was special, not like an animal. Somehow different. Then, my mother told me that she dreamt about Nyasha. Such dreams had a very favorable effect on her. She was in a good and happy mood all day long. My mother and I live together. She usually stays at home alone because she has been retired for more than a year, and I go to work. I am very worried about her because lately she has been complaining about her heart. I have become seriously worried about her. And, also, I remember our Nyasha, with whom mom was so good. But, one day, a miracle happened. This is just unbelievable. One day I go home. On that day I was at a friend's birthday party, and near the door of our house sits a kitten. Such a fluffy, beautiful. I had the feeling that the kitten had lived here for a long time and had come home. As if he was waiting for me and knew that I would come and let him in. When I opened the door, the kitten walked in so confidently and bravely. But, most interestingly, that he did not go into the kitchen, where you can eat tasty, and went straight into the room to his mother. As it turned out, it was a pussycat. She, and of course, stayed with us. My mom and I decided to call her Nyasha. I think, not by chance, she came to our house. That's a good sign. Mom visibly perked up. And I couldn't help but be happy. One day, in the morning, I had a bad dream. I cut my finger, and it hurt a lot. Then I woke up. I looked, first of all, at my finger, which was being chewed on by our new Nyasha. It surprised and pleased me so much. I had even forgotten that I had had a bad dream. But, as it turned out, she woke me up. As soon as she saw that I was awake, she jumped to the door and started meowing. I went after her. Went into my mom's room, and my mom's heart was sick. Lying there, all pale. I was so scared for her at the time. She must have reached for the pill and dropped it. I quickly threw the pill in her mouth and called an ambulance. The main thing is that everything ended favorably. There, so Nyasha, when I told my mother about it, she smiled, pressed her close to me and said, I knew Nyasha would come back. How often I saw her in my dreams. That's the mystique. Someone doesn't believe in transmigration of souls. Now I know for sure that it happens. Outwardly, and of course, they didn't look alike. But subconsciously my mother, and I knew that it was her, our Nyasha. She didn't go away, she came back, only in a different guise, to be near my mother as well. To protect her. After all, the cat is a symbol of hearth and home.